there's something in the air. We've got to get together sooner or later.
You know, we have got it together.
'Cause the revolution's here. You know it's
There
right.
are people in the streets.
And you know that it's
At the
right.
very onset of World War II, there were already more people on the streets protesting than there were at the height of the Vietnam War. There is something in the air, but it's not on the airwaves.
Get it together.
If there are half a dozen JCs in Cincinnati on a street corner waving their yellow ribbons, Fox News will act like it's a Republican Woodstock. By the time we got to Fallujah, we were 500,000 strong. But you put 1 million people on the streets, they'll build a fence around you and call it a protest zone.
Lock up the streets and houses, 'cause there's something in the
We like to look at Vietnam through the soft focus of Hollywood, which managed to take the blood of war and turned it into rose-colored glasses. We see thousands of beautiful, semi-naked 20-something putting daisies in the barrels of M16s, all to the tune of Country Joe McDonald singing, 1, 2, 3, what are we fighting for? What are we fighting for? Okay, sure, it makes for spectacular video. I mean, sometimes I see these images and I want to run naked through the streets singing, why don't we just do it in the road? But I know better. When the first American troops went into Vietnam in 1964, there was barely a soul on the streets, yet people were already singing, blowing in the wind, and I ain't a-marching anymore. Today, we have more people on the streets than there were then, but there's not a single hit song on the radio. How could this be? There's something in the air, but it's not on the airwaves. I mean, it's not like Barry McGuire was a deep-thinking anti-war intellectual when he sang Eve of Destruction, but today, you gotta think twice before jumping on that bandwagon, for fear it might be a paddy wagon bound for Guantanamo Bay.
Guns and ammo, and we'll blast our way.
You know, if you speak the truth on national TV, your show's gonna be dropped, regardless of the ratings. Ask Bill Maher. A show doesn't need an audience as much as it needs sponsors. The 60s protesters, now they were brought up in the grand royal 50s. These kids were major consumers of all kinds of goods. They queued up to buy groovy Carnaby Street mod gear and wear your love like Heaven's Cosmetics. But today's protesters, they don't buy anything. They won't shop at the Gap. They boycott Coca-Cola. Hell, they don't even go to Starbucks. Oh, before the Berlin Wall fell, we loved to talk about how the Soviet Union would broadcast only the songs of the state, and we romanticized that it was our broadcast wafting in from West Berlin that tore the wall down. There is a new wall running down divided America, and it is American radio that is being manipulated by the agenda of the state, because the state has become indistinguishable from the corporation. But I'm warning you, there is something in the air, and soon it will be the people's broadcast, wafting in from the indie media centers and free speech TV that tears down the wall, and this time it will not be the Berlin Wall that falls, it will be Wall Street.
We have got to get it